Well, hello, it's Dan Brown, Senior Service Consultant here at MGE Management Experts. And I'm sitting here with two Power Program clients. And this is Dr. Sarah Saba and Dr. Cyrus Alafi. Dr. Alafi and Dr. Saba, thank you for taking time to share your experience, and welcome to a Zoom testimonial.
Thank you.
Thank you for inviting us.
Good. So I'm just going to ask you a couple questions. First of all, people today, they don't want to hear from a business about a business. They want to hear from people who've been to that business. And so as Power Program client graduates, can you confirm that I'm not paying you or incentivizing you, and this is not rehearsed or scripted?
Yes, definitely.
Absolutely. It's not rehearsed.
Okay.
This is from our heart.
Listen, it's after a day at the practice and you're taking time out of your family life. So first of all, I really just appreciate you guys taking this time and sharing. Now, tell me why, and you've spoken to other doctors about the Power Program. Why would you even be impelled to take time out of your family life and your busy schedule to talk to other doctors about the MGE Power Program?
It really changed the way that we live. Before, both of us were working full-time, trying to, get a business working. And now, we have so much more time to be able to spend, with our children and still, get the business going.
We have
Fantastic. And it looks like there's evidence of your child right there.
we have our future dentist right here, 3.5-year-old.
Awesome.
So she came across right as we were starting MGE.
Well, I remember, Sarah, when you came down to MGE and you were pregnant, and this is your beautiful girl. Oh my gosh.
So we took a big risk coming to to MGE. We invested a lot of money, a lot of time while we were pregnant. There was a lot of stress going on, medically and stuff like that. And so, we took a gamble, and, it worked out great for us there too. And, going through this type of program allowed us to have a lifestyle that, I could have 2 days off. She actually has 3 days off. So one of us is always home with the kids. Now we have 2 of them. The other one's asleep. She should be asleep.
Good luck on that one, right?
And, we're trying to get to a state where we could even have more flexibility and stuff like that there too.
Wow. Well, when you came to us, you had one practice. Give me a little of the landscape of what things were like with that one practice. How was, and we're not going to mention financial numbers just so that, this is patient proof. So we're not, just discussing your business that maybe one of your patients sees, but percentages, what was it like and what's it like now? But more than even just the numbers and the profitability, just maybe describe a little bit about how life was.
Well, we bought a dead practice back in 2013, and we were built it up. I mean, we thought we were doing good. I was associating out somewhere while she was there kind of full time, and eventually I was cutting back my days. And, we thought we were doing good, but at the same time, we were working full time back and forth, and then she comes along. So we knew something had to change there too. And we had to figure out a way, because if one of us would stop working, we're cutting our income in half. And that would not work well. But our numbers increased tremendously there too, since coming on with MGE. We started around 50 when we signed up for the ABC program. By the time we finished with the ABC program, we got to in the 70s or 80s. The most recent number was 210.
So you just
wow,
said
that's just.
Oh, sorry, we said not said numbers.
Well, I'm comfortable if you're comfortable with it. I'm comfortable if you're comfortable with it. And that was one practice. And now, from what you just told me, I knew that you were looking for a second practice, and you had acquired a second practice. And so you just mentioned to me now you have a third practice?
Yes, we acquired a third practice in July. This was a father of a classmate of mine that's basically giving up, dentistry because of COVID. And so we took over the practice, and we're starting it back up. We're building out a whole new location, and it's very promising for us.
Wow. Wow, guys, that is just amazing. Congratulations. Starting a family and 3 practices and doing it part-time, really, really impressive. Tell me a little bit about how the MGE Power program helped you manage and solve some of these earlier problems and get through some of this expansion.
Sure. So, I mean,
And maybe she can tell us too,
yeah.
because she,
Before, I feel like we were doing a lot of the managing, and now with MGE, we put so many of our staff through the Power program as well, and they are kind of managing themselves. Obviously, we still need to be there to make sure that everything is going well, but we have OMs that know how we want things to be run, so it kind of takes a lot of the pressure off of us. Um,
wow.
they've kind of done the same program as we have, so they know what to expect and what we're looking for. And I mean, you guys do a great job in teaching them that stuff. So
Fantastic. Fantastic. Tell me a little bit about what your concerns were prior to coming to MGE and doing the Power program. Anything that was sitting there of like, oh, I was worried about this and I didn't know if that was the right decision at the time. What were the concerns prior to committing to the Power program?
so I mean, I guess the biggest concern for us to commit to the Power program was the financials. Like, we were like, oh my gosh, that's so much money. But I mean, you kind of have to spend money to make money, right? So we had talked to so many other people at MGE, other dentists, and we hear their success stories. And at first, when you hear their success stories, you're like, oh my gosh, is that possible? Is that real? But then, like, going, year, like month to month, you're like, next time I'm going to be this person who says I did XYZ. Because, like, really, if you put out those positive postulates, like, anything is possible. So you just
Fantastic.
don't try to, like, I don't know, put like a glass ceiling for yourself. You should really know that the sky is the limit and anything is possible.
Wow. Wow. Just awesome. Awesome. And then beyond the financial aspect, obviously you've increased your numbers, profitability. Now you have 3 practices. So it's obviously impacted your life and enabled you to do things that maybe financially you weren't able to and such. But beyond that, how has this impacted your life and practice outside of finances?
So I mean, I think we get to travel. I mean, besides COVID, but we were traveling maybe once a month, going to different places. But we wouldn't have been able to do that because we wouldn't, at that point, we didn't have an associate. So if we closed off the practice, there would be no income. We also didn't have hygienists back then. We were actually doing our own hygiene. So all of these things allowed us to make money while we're not physically at the office and be able to travel and I don't know, do things with our kids that we wouldn't be able to otherwise. So
And I also think this is amazing technology that's helped us out in our marriage, helps us manage these little ones there too. I think we've gotten a whole lot personally as well out of it too.
yeah.
It's fantastic. Fantastic. Well, last question I'm going to ask you is, what would you say to another dentist who's considering this, who obviously has to navigate COVID, has to navigate now, very difficult these days for an associate or a new dentist to purchase a practice. It's gotten very interesting with the banks and financing and such. Navigating family and all sorts of things. Of course, our Power program is now online, so a lot of this could be done remotely. So they have it a little bit easier than you had it when you went through. But what would you say to a dentist considering the Power program? A real message from your heart that would be from them to you, not even with my impact or.
I mean, so I think, it's definitely worth it. Like, I think you really have to, if you're going to commit, you really have to be open, right? And listen to what you guys are saying because, I mean, you guys have uh, like proof that it's worked, right? So, just, don't be such a doubter, like really listen and be open and really like like possibilities are endless. What you can accomplish.
And dedicate the time. I
Right.
mean, it's online is a blessing and a curse at the same time, because when you come to Florida and do it at, with MGE, you're dedicated at your time. But when you're just doing it on your free time, sometimes doesn't work so easily there too. So whatever it is, just, if you're going to do it, dedicate the time, take time off work, lock yourself in your office, lock the kids away, and make sure that you can actually get it done. Or go to Florida as MGE's open, and go to Florida. And I would highly recommend, that's the best thing that you could do. For staff, have them do it online. You go to Florida, get it done.
Yeah. Did you guys find that when you came to Florida, that was a nice break, that it was actually helpful in removing yourself from the practice to get an external view of the practice? Were there benefits in that regard?
Oh yeah, definitely. And also the other benefit was that you would meet other people who are struggling with the same things you are. So they are like, well, we tried this and it helped. And then you get all these ideas from other dentists to be like, try this, or like everyone is really trying to like help each other. Me and Cyrus always called
Wow.
it like a mini mastermind group, because everyone is trying to help each other succeed, because we're not competing with the dentist in Utah or some other, everyone is really trying to, be there for your best interest. So it's been
Wow. Well,
great.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, guys, I really appreciate you sharing this. I really appreciate seeing your beautiful daughter. It's just mind-boggling to think that, she was, at MGE with us, but she was in your tummy, and here she is, it's just fantastic. Congratulations on your success. Congratulations on your family. Congratulations on your expansion and your future plans. I'm just curious, what's next? These practices, what is next? What are you guys going to be when you grow up?
I think we haven't decided ultimately, but we'll probably get to 5 and then figure out what our next plans are there too.
Good. And what did she have to say about that? I heard a whisper. I want to know. What did you say?
What? She says she wants to be the trash man.
That is so cool. That is so cool. Be on the back of a trash truck, riding around without a seatbelt. I love it. Guys, thank you again for taking time out of your family life. Again, congratulations. And so well done. Just so well done.
Thank you. Thanks for all your help.
Now, for you watching this, you too could have this same success. The MGE Power Program has helped over 1,200 of your dental colleagues make a combined $9.9 billion in additional revenue. And yes, that's billion with a B. And to give you an idea, after the first year of doing the program, the average Power client sees an 89% increase in collections. Within 5 years, it's a sustained 232% increase. What would that mean to you? Well, if you're collecting $50,000 a month on average, that's about $95,000 a month after 1 year, and $166,000 a month 4 years later. Even better, these doctors are doing these numbers while focusing on patient care, doing the type of dentistry they love to do, not just what the insurance covers, having a great team and enjoying coming to work in the morning, assuming control of their practice and schedule, being able to take time off and not working excessive hours, being able to sleep at night because they feel secure about the future of their practice, and knowing that they always have unlimited access to a top MGE consultant to get help and solve problems together. And what makes this all possible? Revolutionary education and coaching on practice management systems that not only work, but that continue to work again and again as their practices grow. It's truly a case where some extra work now makes your life and the rest of your career far more rewarding. So what's next? Well, you need to find out if the MGE Power Program would be a good fit for your practice. And listen, don't wait. Enrollment for this year is limited. So go to mgeonline.com/power program and fill out the form today to learn more. Or call us now at 640-1140. We're here and we're ready to bring these same results to you. We want you to succeed, and we know how to make that happen.